Hello, you be beautiful people. I'm Michael Botts, and I show up here every morning to give my heart and soul to you. And the reason you show up here every morning is to start your day in an epic way. You were born genius. You were born epic. You were born to impact the world in a way that only you can impact the world. No one else can impact the world the way that you can impact the world. So when your expiration date shows up, the world can never be impacted that way again. So you're learning to succeed as you're born. So as you're walking, as you're learning to walk, you're walking, you're falling down, you're stumbling, you're crashing and burning. But still you end up succeeding. Look at you now. You walk so beautifully. Talking the same way. Eating the same way. When you got here, you didn't know how to do anything except cry and suck. And look at you now. So you're going along, born on the beach of I am enough. And you're living in I am enough. You're like, okay, I got this, no problems. And then you get caught in the riptide of life and you get sucked out into the ocean of am I enough. Now, in the ocean of am I enough, you learn about depression, you learn in disappointment, you learn about despair, anxiety, the fear of failure. Before, you weren't born with the fear of failure. You learn about rejection of humans, worrying about humans think. So now you're in the ocean of am I enough, and all this weight is on you, and you're trying to stay above the surface, and finally you sink to the bottom. And maybe you've given up on your dream. Maybe you've given up on your goal. Maybe you've given up on your passion. So I grab you, I drag you out of the ocean of am I enough, back up onto the beach of I am enough. Now on the beach of I am enough, I'm going to start resuscitating you. And some of you are like, stop, Michael, stop. There's no need. My goal is dead. Let's take the sheet, pull it over the face of my goal, because it's dead. I can't. I've tried and I can't. Some of you, your destiny or your passion, you're taking the sheet and pulling it over the face of your destiny or passion, and you want to say, time of death is, and I'm like, no, it's still alive. So I throw the sheet back and I start to resuscitate your dream and resuscitate your goal. And you start to spew out doubt, spew out fear, spew out limiting beliefs, and you take these breaths as you lay there on the beach of I am enough. I am enough. I can still do it. There's still time for me to reach my goal. And then I stand you up, I aim you down the path of success, and you start to succeed in ways that you haven't, maybe in a really long time. And what do we know about the path of success? It is paved with gratitude. So we start this show. This part of the show is all about gratitude. I'll say one, and then that'll kind of teach you how we do it here. And you type in your gratitudes. Make sure you say your gratitude out your mouth. That'll go in your inner ear, and then your soul and the universe are collaborating to make more of that happen. I am grateful for the guys that take the trash away every Wednesday. Every Wednesday morning, they show up in these big trucks and they take all the trash away. And I am grateful for that, and I am enough. Laura Carroll says, I'm grateful for a beautiful day to head out on vacation. I'm proud that I got everything ready without stressing or meltdown, and I am hilariously enough. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm excited for your vacation. Decide to have a great time, no matter what. Just decide that. Thank you, Laura Carroll, for participation. She has said that out her mouth, so now her soul and the universe are collaborating to make her vacation fantastic. And then I want you to do what I'm proud of. And the I'm proud of is something about you, okay? I'm proud that I got up this morning and got my win in this morning. I'm proud that I got a workout in yesterday around 6:30. I'm proud that I ate really good yesterday. I had a good day of eating, and I am enough. Okay? So now you're going to put those in. Now, as you do your gratitudes and your I'm proud ofs, we are going to take some breaths. And these breaths are to create space. This is what's happening. It's happening to all of us. Life stays awake at night, and when you get up in the morning, life is like, okay, how can I kick their ass today? So you have to decide to create space because life is crowding you, making the mortgage. Maybe you got some bad news from the doctor. Maybe you're trying to go on vacation and everybody's, there's obstacle after obstacle. Maybe you have stress about it, anxiety about it. So all this is crowding you. You're trying to make payroll. You've got your business going, you've got employees, or maybe you're losing business because you don't have enough employees. Whatever that is, the life has got you up against the corners and you're just like defending yourself. And when you create this space by taking these breaths, it gives you space. And I'm telling you, works every time with my clients that hire me. If you'll take these breaths and create this space, the answer is right here. Charles is grateful for new security business. He is proud he keeps his business alive and thriving. For the last 18 years, he is enough. I'll tell you something about Charles. I was just thinking about this the other day. I remember when Charles was working a night shift at a print shop and he was considering going into his business full time and how afraid he was and how concerned he was. And he took that risk. 18 years later, he is a successful entrepreneur running his business. Bravo, Charles. You're the poster child for risk, fail, learn, repeat. I love it. I love it. All right, let's take our first breath. Ready? Breathe in. Let it out. Just say, I am enough. Ready? Breathe in. Let it out. Say, I am enough. Now remember, we're creating space here. And the space is where the solutions are. What is your big problem you need to solve today? What is the big concern you have right now? Right now, the answer is going to come to you if you'll let it. Okay? Be mindful, be soulful, and let those start to synchronize. And these 4 breaths can solve your problem today. Ready? Breathe in. Let it out. You're getting the solution right now. Now you have to take action. Your inner voice has always been saying it to you. And what this space does is it creates room and a little quiet for you to hear your inner voice say, you need to do this next. Now you have to take action. Okay, this space is also to give you room to take action. All right? Maybe right now you can send an email. Maybe right now you can write down what you need to do as soon as this show's over. Next breath. Ready? Breathe in. Let it out. Awesome. Thank you, Laura and Charles, for your participation this morning. All right. Now, today's subject is peripheral success. Notice the peripheral success. Now, when you go to the doctor, they tell you have peripheral vision. Peripheral vision is when you see, like, my hands are in my peripheral vision right now. I'm focused on you, but my hands are in my peripheral vision. They're over here on the side, right? And how many times has our peripheral vision saved us from a lot of things in real life, in physical life? Like I was playing baseball, and I'm talking to somebody, and the ball's coming, and if I didn't have peripheral vision, that ball was going to knock me in the head. That's what peripheral vision is. Now, what I want to teach you today is I want to teach you to notice the peripheral success. This is what happens. We are so focused on the goal. We are so focused on the dream, right? We're so focused. This is focus. You on F-O-C-U-S. You on Facebook, it's going to be backwards. I'm sorry. I need a production manager to flip the thing. So just, you're geniuses. You can figure it out. So we're so focused on the goal, the success, and the dream. And I'll give you a great example. In your body, your focus, you want to lose 42 pounds. That's your dream. This is the goal. 42 pounds, okay? In your body. and you're working out, you're eating right, things are going right, and you don't lose the 42 pounds. You could get discouraged because you're so focused on the goal that you don't notice that you've hauled off disease. You don't notice that your knees don't hurt anymore. You don't notice that your son is working out now because he's seen you work out. You don't notice that your family's eating better because you're eating better. These are peripheral successes that we miss sometimes when we're so focused on the goal. Another one, how about in your business? The goal is $1 million a year. I want to make $1 million a year. You're so focused on the goal, the success, the dream of making $1 million a year. And you don't notice that your employees are paying for their kids' college. You don't notice that the accountant that you hired is able to pay for his mortgage because of the money that you're able to give him because of your successful business. You don't notice that now your wife's business is growing, and it's a peripheral because of the people you've met that you're able to refer to her because you're in business. You're missing the peripheral successes. And if we miss the peripheral successes, we could get real discouraged because, oh no, I didn't make $1 million this year. But your wife's business took off. Your accountant is able to do what they want to do. Your employees are living indoors and eating and paying for their kids' college. Peripheral success. We need to start to notice the peripheral success. What about in your family? I'll give you a great example right now for me. My focus, my dream and goal was to pay for my kids' college. It did not happen. I completely blew it. I let them down 100%. So I'm focused on missing the goal, okay? I completely blew it, all right? I own it. It's my fault. I didn't make the right choices, and here I am facing this suck, all right? So now, if I don't notice the peripheral successes, my kids have built a new muscle, resourcefulness. They're all looking for ways to get money for college that's been available all the time that they weren't even looking at. What is the other one? Oh, and they're building skills that they didn't have before. They're worried about their grades more than they were before. These are all peripheral successes that happened because I missed the goal. Each of us have a goal. You wouldn't be here if you didn't have a goal. You wouldn't be here if you didn't want to succeed. You wouldn't be attracted to this show. And we're so focused and honed in, and sometimes we forget that when we missed the goal, there was a bunch of peripheral successes. What about socially? Socially, you get your family up, you're trying to get them to church, and you don't make it. Only you go to church. And then the next week, maybe all your kids go to church. And it's a struggle. And you're so kind of discouraged. You're like, why can't I get them to go to this event? But when you go, you don't notice that someone's inspired by the way that you have a smile. Someone's inspired by how your whole family sits in the pews together. The preacher is inspired because you show up and give him that hour of your time. These are peripheral successes when we think we missed the mark, the goal. I want to encourage you to notice the peripheral successes. I want you right now, if you wouldn't mind, put in the comments some peripheral successes. And you know what they are right now. And if I sat with you for 1 hour, I can find peripheral successes. Oh, I'm really good at that. Of finding the peripheral successes in your business, finding the peripheral successes in the thing that you think you completely failed at. There is absolutely peripheral success. Hey, I love you. I care about you. I'll give you one more. My book, it's just coming out. And it's kind of slow going right now. And I'm like, come on. So my focus, I've got my focus on my book being a bestseller, my book promoting my business. That's my dream, my goal, my success. And it's happening, but it's very slow. So I have missed till this morning. I was thinking about it. I've missed the peripheral successes that one person that read my book, it helped them. They told me, they said, I read your book, it helped me get through some stuff. I had another person say, I love the way you wrote your book. The way it was simple helped me get what it was saying. Oh, Laura says my book's awesome. Thank you, Laura. I love that. I appreciate that. But I want to encourage you to notice the peripheral successes in your life. I love you. I care about you. And I'll see you tomorrow.